Hey folks, this is going to be part 2 of Statesboro Blues by the Allman Brothers from Live at the Fillmore East. This was Blind Willie McTell, I believe, wrote this one. So we're going to talk about first the basic progression. Today we're really going to talk about Dickey Betts' solo instead of the slide parts of Dwayne Allman this time. So we're going to get into the basic progression and jam a little bit, then we're going to get into Dickey Betts' solo. So that's the D power chord here, 10 and 12 on the two big strings, going into the pinky on the A string, the 5th string on the 14th fret. So we got bump, that's our basic little strum pattern there. We're going to go down to the 3rd fret, the G. Then we're going to come back up twice. Back down to G twice. Back up. Now our turnaround is going to be the 5th fret. The A to the G, D, and then 3, 4, 5 with our power chords there. G, G sharp, and A. So let's try that nice and slow. 2, 3, 4. Down to G. Back to D twice. And this is a 12-bar blues. Down to G 2 times. Back to D. Turnaround chords, the A. Down to G. To D. Turn around. And these chords also have, that's the 1. This is the 4. This is the 1. Do that twice. Go to the 4. Do that twice. Back to the 1. 5. 4 chord. 1 chord. Turn around to the 5. So that's basically what's happening in Statesboro Blues. You could do solos in the D minor. D minor pentatonic kind of scale. Now Dickey Betts is going to be using a lot of the major pentatonics, kind of the happy blues. So Dickey Betts' solo is going to come in with. Okay, so that's the first half of it. Hopefully I won't get dinged for that from a copyright thing. But let's take a look. We got. So we're bending the G string 9th fret with the ring finger to start with. And then we're jumping down to the 7th fret of the little E string there. So we're jumping over that B string. When we come to the B string, we're going to hit a 10th fret with the pinky down here, 2nd string. So we're back to that 9, bending it and then to the 7. So we got, and then we have a new phrase. So it's 7 and 9s, da 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 da, and then a bend again. Okay, so that's a series of the same riff, but he's kind of rhythmically spinning it around itself. So here goes that first part of that solo again. So when you slide up that 7, you can go to the 10 on the 2nd string, 13, part of a D minor scale, to the 10 down here, the D, and then you're going to kind of hit that 12, which is kind of from a major pentatonic. So we got. So it's like bum, 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 bum. So we got all that going on. So So we got dun, dun, and double. And then at that point, we're going to come up here to the 17th. So we're bending that up. We got the pinky underneath it on the 17th. Kind of a downwards bend there. Come down to this one. And then the little one here is 17th. And then second string. So that was 13, 12, 11, and 10. And then 12 on the G. Back to a couple on that 10. So once again, we got. So let's take a look at that first part of the solo again. Now the second half. So let's take a look at that. So we're bending that 13 of the second string into the 10 of the first string, and bending it again. So quick to the bend down there. So we got a boom, 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 and then we go. So 13, 14, 15. So bunch of bends. Da, 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 da. So that's just a. And the second time adds an extra note or so. Bends. Okay, so that's the turnaround. So we got hammer there, half step. 13, 12, 11, 10. We got a 10 here, pull off 12 to 10 on the G. Hammer into the 11. 12, 12 on the A. So we got. So let's take a look at that Dickey Betts solo one more time. Okay, so let's look at jamming on that. So we got this D. Got that D major pentatonic scale. We got 5, 7 to 9, 7, 9, 7. There's a D again. You can slide this up here, get into the higher positions. As you can see, Dickey Betts was going. So he's in this position up in here. Then he got into like a D minor pentatonic for a second, but kind of went back to that major. And then we got the definitely major pentatonic up in there. That's that BB box. So think about all those things when you're soloing on this. All kind of things you can do on that. Okay, so let's have you guys, you got your D minor pentatonic. You could also start your D major pentatonic up on this 10. Getting those higher notes. Two, three, and. You can be major pentatonic, minor pentatonic. Switch it up. Try to find your note that matches the chord. Like a D note right here. G note. Do phrases that include that note. You'll be sounding like you're playing with that change. You got the A here, G.